What's up, YouTube? Deadpool 2323 here with another haul. I've actually been working on a pretty good haul, and I'm not doing that haul because today I got a call from a guy I advertised on Craigslist. I've never done it before. I did it about a week ago. Advertising, if you want to sell your comics to, give me a call. I'm a private collector. I'm not a resale kind of guy. Guy gave me a call after a couple days going back and forth, him sending me pictures. And I want to comment Lightning 2288. Or 2888. He said, you want to look for like comics in boxes and not bagged and board, and that's exactly what I looked for. This stuff is almost all from the 70s, a few from the 60s, some of it a little bit later. But I paid $50 for everything. Okay, so everything I show you, I paid $50. First, let me show you. This is what's not in my haul, right here. Okay, so bear with me here. That whole box, all of that whole box, and all of that. That pile right there is the only pile I'm keeping other than my haul. I'm getting rid of all of this stuff right here. And there's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of DC, a lot of Batman, Brave and the Bold. I got a couple friends who are interested in that stuff, and I'll end up selling that for cheap, just recoup a little of the $50. I won't get it all back from that, but anyway, so on with my haul. I'm going to start with the DC stuff because I'm just not a DC guy. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's a lot of DC fans out there. I'm not that guy. So Brave and the Bold, number 107. It's an older DC. Nothing special about it. Oh, in these conditions, by the way, nothing is in immaculate condition. Before I even start there, nothing is immaculate condition. But you can see, like, this one's, like, not bad considering its age. The spine's got somewhere. Again, nothing was bag and boarded. I bag and boarded everything. Batman, number 408. This is the first appearance of Ma Gun, I think. Fagun, Ma Gun. I don't know, but these books seem to be going for a little bit. I don't know why. I got 408, 409, and 410. I really don't know why they're so expensive. I got Adventure Comics number 425. It has a first appearance too, and I forgot to write it down. I apologize. I normally do better. I'm pretty sure I showed this in another haul one time. This book, I've sold it since. This book's actually not in bad condition considering its age. But out of all the DC, there was one book that was actually really, really good. Batman's Detective Comics number 474, the first appearance of Deadshot. Not good condition at all. I mean, you can see the spine. The price guide that I use, the online price guide, gives this book a $180 value. In this condition, it's probably, I don't know, what, 15, 20 bucks maybe? I have no idea. But again, I paid $50 for all of it. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sell that 15 or 20 bucks to a friend of mine. All right, so that's the DC stuff. And again, there was a lot more DC stuff, but I don't care about DC. Nova, The Man Called Nova, number 4. I want to collect all the Nova stuff. That's the first appearance of the Corruptor. Number 4, number 7. And you can see none of the stuff's in great condition. Number 11. There was a couple other later ones, but they were in just such bad condition. I don't think I'm gonna keep them, and I think I'd rather pay a little more. And I might even like, you can see, like, this one is, it's someone drawn it with a marker, and classic 70s book. Marvel Team Up number 131. It's the first appearance of the White Rabbit. I kept this one because she was recently in a comic book, one of the Deadpool comic books, and it was absolutely hilarious, and I just thought it was cool that then I come across this. This is the newest book I kept, Spider-Man 2099 number 1. Loved that series when it came out, man. I read it when it came out, fresh off the racks. It was a great series. I don't believe that's the first appearance of Miguel O'Hara. Probably should have done a little more research on that. I believe his first appearance was in an Amazing Spider-Man book, but I couldn't tell you which one. This book, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, this is it. This is the big book of it." But then when I got a closer look, Vince Spider-Man number 118. It's the first appearance of James Rhodes. Now, that's normally $60, $70 book, but look at this condition. Horrible. And then there's a chunk about like if you were to take this corner right here, missing off the back cover. Terrible. I got some Fantastic Four, number 177. That's the first Captain Ultra and the first origin of the Texas Twister. I have no idea who they are, and I don't know if they're worth any money. But I just, in my research, I looked that up, and I decided to keep that. This one I kept because, well, it's a personal thing, but number 178, first appearance of Ronald Reagan. I happen to like Reagan. I just think that's cool. That's the first appearance of Ronald Reagan in Marvel Comics. I don't know why I think that's cool. I just think it's cool. This one I think is going to be worth some money. It's not worth a lot of money right now, but it's Fantastic Four number 204. It's the first appearance of Nova Prime and Adora, the Queen of Xandar, and also Skrull 10. You know, it's one of those things where with the Guardians of the Galaxy coming out, Nova's going to become a big deal. So, and then this is number 208, the first new champions of Xandar. Moving on, Defenders number 12. It's a nice old Defenders book. Love the artwork on it. I actually got 2 copies of it. Move these. Defenders number 14. Defenders number 20. Anything outside the first 30 Defenders books really aren't worth any money, but inside the first 30, they're kind of worth some money. They're kind of collectible. So I'm trying to get the first 30 in the series, and now, thanks to this, I have most of them. Defenders 22. 23. I actually got 2 copies. 24. 25. I really like this cover for some reason. 29. To me, I just think it's a cool cover. So those are, I mean, at a comic book store, you're gonna pay, $5 a piece for all these books, and for $50 for everything I showed you, like I said, and I'm gonna get probably $15, $20, $30 back. I'm gonna sell all that DC stuff because I don't care about it. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, number 10. And, the Luke Cage stuff's hot right now. I mean, these books right now would cost you a minimum of $5 a piece. In the condition that they're in, because, they would mark them $10, and then, you'd get them for 50% off sales at $5. So a minimum of $5 a piece for all these books. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, 11. I actually got 2 copies of this one, number 13. None of the spines are great. Some of them have writing on them. Nothing's perfect here, guys. But again, I'm not looking to buy perfect books for just my fillers. I want to get the whole Hero for Hire. This really helped me get a lot of the books out of the way. Number 15. Number 16. All right. So that's the last book of Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. After that, it becomes Luke Cage, Power Man, in issue number 17. This is a major key for Luke Cage. This is the first time he's called Power Man. That's a big deal. I mean, he's known as Power Man. It's the first time he's called that. To me, that's a major key. This is another key. It's not a big high dollar book, but it's a cool key to have. It's Avengers number 316. It's when Spider-Man joins the Avengers. I mean, how cool is that to have the book that Spider-Man joins the Avengers? And that book's not in that bad a shape either. That's actually in pretty good shape. It's one of the few newer comics he had. Like I said, most of it was from the 70s, a few from the 60s, and a lot from the 80s. This is one of the books in the pictures that I saw that I definitely wanted to go get it. Micronauts #1. Now, you got that marker right there. I don't know why they did that back then. If someone knows, please tell me. But overall, not too bad a shape. I'd say it's a 7.0. I don't know. But this book's been hot. I mean, it's been going for $20, $25. I've seen it as high as $30 in a store, which I thought was ridiculous. But I have a pretty pristine copy of this. So this is actually my second copy. So I'll probably end up selling this copy, and I'll probably get $10 for it, to be honest with you. This book is another one of the books I saw that in the pictures, and he didn't send pictures of everything. He just took a stack of books, threw them out there, and sent some pictures. But I'm trying to collect all these too, the Amazing Adventures. I'm trying to collect all the Inhuman ones, which I have all but one, and then all the Beast ones. This is number 13, so really it's the third appearance of the Blue Beast. This can be a very pricey book. I don't think you'd be able to get this book for less than $10 or $15. And actually, the funny thing is the condition. I mean, the spine has some wear, but other than that, it's in really good shape. I got really lucky with that book. I mean, in the comic book shops, they wouldn't charge me less than, $15, $20 for that, So like I said, I paid $50 for all of this. This next book is a major key. I already have it. I'm gonna sell this book. It's not in great shape, which is probably why it's not the last book in here. But it's the first appearance of Mystique. It's Miss Marvel 16, 17, and 18. 16 is the first appearance of Raven Darkholme. 17 is the first appearance of Raven Darkholme as somebody else, and then 18 is first appearance of Mystique. They're pretty pricey books. That's probably a $5 or $10 book in the condition it's in. I mean, it's got some major creasing. The spine's got a lot of tacks. You can see it's got a mark there and then a big... That's actually not missing. It's just creased over. So, a couple more books here. Going back to the Defenders, issue number 27. And the spine has some wear, but the rest of the book's pretty good. A little bit of scuffing up there. It's considered the first appearance, but it's more of a cameo of Starhawk. It's not really the first appearance of Starhawk. But it's probably got a $10 to $15 value in its current condition. This was a major one. I was so happy to get. Really excited about this book. Defenders number 8. This starts the crossover with the Avengers. So this book can get you anywhere from $50 to $60. In its current condition, I would say I probably would have to pay $20, $25 in a comic shop. I apologize, guys, for yawning. I'm really tired. It's after midnight, and I've got to get up in 5 hours. I'm stupid. But I wanted to get this haul in because I'm going to a con this weekend, and after I get done with the con, I'm going to do another haul. There was just too many books from this haul to put in. The last book I got was in this haul that's a key issue, and this is the big book, Defenders number 28, the first appearance of Starhawk. They say it's his second, but first full appearance. It is his first full appearance. This book has a little wave. You can see there's a little dirt there. A few spine tacks. Overall, not bad. I'd say it's probably a 7.5. But the second copy I got in this haul, that's right, 2 copies of it, is probably an 8.0. I'd say it's an 8.0. This book... At the cons, I see it for around anywhere from $50 to $80. In the current condition, they're probably $25 to $35 books. I'm guessing. I don't honestly know for sure. all in all, for $50 for everything you just saw, and again, I want to just casually show you all the books there. All those boxes were full. The box behind this that I'm using as a backdrop there is not full, but all the rest of those boxes are full. Not a bad haul for $50. Like I said, put a little something out there on Craigslist. The guy says that him and his wife used to buy storage auctions, and they got all these comic books in storage auctions. They just threw them in boxes and put them in the closet. Figured they'd get to them eventually. They just never got around to it. His wife passed away. He was cleaning everything out because he's trying to sell the house. And so, I told him what was worth money. I told him what wasn't worth money. I didn't know anything about the DC stuff, so I had no idea what in there was worth money. And some of the stuff I just didn't realize was worth as much money as it was worth. He was just happy to get rid of it all. If he had taken it to a shop, he probably would have got offered somewhere in the vicinity of probably less than I give him. But it's a great $50 haul. Gonna make this one short and sweet. Oh, and there was one Deadpool Circle Chase. I think it was issue 2 or 3. But it had a sticker on the front and wasn't in good condition. And I have that book in mint condition. I normally show a Deadpool in every, but I had to mention him at least. But that's it. So till next time, probably look for me in another week. Guys, happy hunting.